Right, today we'll be looking at the last part of my book review, my book on just BEDOMAS, book 1. All right, the fourth part is right there on page 22. Let's go to page 22. All right, that is it on page 21 rather. Okay, so it's BEDOMAS. So we have BED for bed, then O, and then mass. Like I said earlier on in Family 2, Part 2. For BODMAS, your D will come before your O. Your O comes first. You say BOD. And that's wrong. And I've shown you that in Part 2. You can go ahead in Part 2 to confirm that your D division should come before O, because O and M is the same. O means times, that's off, and then your M also means times, so they should be together. Don't you think so? All right, now let's take a look at this. There's exercise example 4. All right, now the first thing you do is your exponential. Take note, your exponential there does not mean plus 2 times plus 2 times plus 2. It actually means 2, which is plus 2. So 2 times 2 times 2 will give you 8, and then we have plus 8. That's the first thing we do, and that's the only difference there. And then you bring family 2 together. That's your divide and your times. It's separated by your plus and your minus. Take note. And then I used my bracket to indicate that. And so your family 2 comes next. That's what we'll be doing. Division of, and of course, multiplication. So we say 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 2 times 2 is 4. And then 6 times 3 is 18. And so you put your minus there, it becomes minus 18. And so bring the families together. You have 20 plus 4 to give you 24 minus 18. And so 24 minus 18 will be 6, because they have different sign. And so you subtract, and that gives you 6 plus 6. All right, that's quite simple. Now let's look at the next example here. Example 2. I have 5 to the power 0 as an exponential, and 5 to the power 0 is 1. And then you take a look at another exponential there, that's square root of 144. The square root of 144 is 12. Now the next thing faced is your family 2, and that's your division of and multiplication. All right, now we have 12 divided by 2. You use a bracket to indicate that. And then, of course, we can go ahead and deal with odd. So divide comes first. And your off has turned to times there. Okay, so we have times 3 and times 2. So I do my divide first. And so you have 12 divided by 2 to be 6. Then times 3 and times 2. All under minus sign. So 6 times 3 times 2 is 36. And then that's minus 36. And then your 12 continue, and so we have 1 minus 36 plus 12. And that will give you 1 plus 12 in part 1 of the video. You know 1 plus 12 is 13. And then 13 minus 36, and you get 23. And that will give you minus 23, because your minus sign is bigger. All right, now kindly see if you can do this exercise. Okay, that's not well written. Let's just look at this for exercise 4b. Let me make it a little bit bigger for you to see clearly. All right, so you can pause your video and write number 1 and number 2. Okay, number 3 and 4, you can send them to my WhatsApp number 090-989-322-34. Then that's your number 5, 6. Okay, not well written there. Okay, number 9 down to number 10. Kindly like my video, and you can of course subscribe. It is free if you're on YouTube. If you're not on YouTube, just type Ishima Sylvester, ISHIMA Sylvester, SYLVESTER. Thank you.